following presentation of the National Football League.
Just another day at the office for Pittsburghers as the snow continues to fall on Acrisure Stadium. Tonight's main event features two AFC North teams. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Boy, do we have some football weather for this one in Pittsburgh. And Monday night primetime is underway. Here's Miller on the return. This makes it up to the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. Leading them out, the fourth-year pro out of the University of Florida, Kyle Trask.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
They go play action on first down. Fits it through the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. Give him 24 yards on that one. And the Steelers have the first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Putting the tight end in motion. Sending him on the dive. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
That's complete. Sanders has gotten out right. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Motioning him from the slot right. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got half. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
The Steelers set to punt it. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by their 4th-year quarterback.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass. which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. And the Raven 1st down.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that 2nd level.
Still has some space inside the 35. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
That's another Baltimore.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Design quarterback run here. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
They'll try this extra point. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Miller on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Looking right, and he finds him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He got mighty close, didn't he? But they marked him just short of the 1st. He's at the 34.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Gonna keep this one and go. And this defense is gonna win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
You know what? It's a pretty doggone impressive feat of strength to hold the line against a sneak, even when you know it's coming.
They'll send out the punting unit. and they could really use a good one here. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Drawing up the design keeper. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
It's a nickel look from the Steelers here on 3rd. Third and long for him here. Complete out to the right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
1st down, Baltimore.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Shotgun snap to Flacco. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that makes it 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air on 3rd and long. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now a 4th down staring right at him.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Only took him 1 play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up one on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. It's on target to Moore. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And the Steelers.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
The give now out of the shotgun. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's another Steelers first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during a game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They got out ahead of that one, and good thing, too. That effort, right, just that pursuit, that want-to, may have prevented a big play, and instead, well, they nearly got him for a tackle for loss.
It's a design boot. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Throwing on 2nd. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They're throwing it. Throw is caught. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he's caught. He's got Brown. He's not going to get there. They hold him out of the end zone, partner, but it is still going to keep this offense on the field. They've got a 1st and goal.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers make it a one-point game. Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Return coming here from the 12. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. Baltimore running its offense out now. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution and more than likely making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he charges ahead, but Snow and defenders stop him. Looked like he picked up a couple. It's a gain of 3 for him, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Flacco. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st down, they'll run. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. We play one here on Christmas Day. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. He's got it on the bootleg. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
Well, this snow is making all kicks a little tougher, and with that in mind, they're going to pass on a field goal and go for this 4th down. He keeps this one himself. They blow this play up. They're humbled and sent off the field here with a loss of yards and a turnover on downs.
Kate, that is all about the eyes of the defense, keyed in on the quarterback. Whether it was going to be a run or a throw, that defense was so locked in, they hold him short of the sticks.
The Steelers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here.
Friends just having kids, they adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a life with no love? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source?
1st and 10 from the 32. Blown back, it's the handoff. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Another carry for him. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Receiver in motion, going left. They give it to him again. And he's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st down from the 42. They motion the tight end over. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Completed to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Running it now out of the gun. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Man, it is so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Finds Miller, complete. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down, it's Flacco. Got a man, this is Evans. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
And a Raven 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
So 1st down from the 41. Hand off to the back. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. They gain 11 on that play, and that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Flacco's going to throw here on 1st. Short pass brought in. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Second down, they're going to the option. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
The ball's out, he lost it. And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football.
Well, he's no longer a quarterback on that play. He's more of a running back. And what's priority number one for a good running back? Always ball security. If your number's called, you've got to tuck it away. Can't be giving your opponent any free possessions.
The Steelers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun. Chunk after that recovery, and they're going to take over inside the red zone. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Ravens trotting out their offense. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be two hands on the football as they return to the field. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Quick toss headed left. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Here's a design run. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Of all the players out there, right, the coach on the field, the quarterback, well, he's got to know that play was dead in the water. At that point, just minimize the loss. Can't be tackled that far behind the line.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on 2nd and goal. Now looking to throw. This one's caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Here's a give straight up the middle. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Give him a couple yards on that run, and this sets up 4th and goal.
These are the moments, and these are the kind of calls, Kate, that this offensive coordinator makes his money. You just get, well, you get stuffed on a run, and now you got 4th and goal. What are you going to do?
Just 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's 4th and goal. He gets one final shot here. And they stop it. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the 1st and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
The Steelers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And nothing to show from their last drive except, well, we did see a couple of short tempers, Brock. Not happy to have fumbled away that series.
Now, fumbles are one of those mistakes, Kate, you don't get a lot of grace for in the NFL. Just one in a game is too many. Got to find a way to protect the rock.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Setting him on the dive. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, that kind of gain may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on that next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the well again. This is close, but he is not in the end zone, Brock. By less than a yard, they avoid the safety. But boy, that was close.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the stop will be made as he gets this up to about the 18. A pickup of 17. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You love a huddle. Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. The Steelers leading the way here in Acrisure. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Handoff on 2nd and short. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. The Steelers calling their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Back to throw now. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Punting unit out now. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. The Ravens taking over now on offense. Minimal time remaining in the half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the second. And it is enough time to put something together. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this hasn't been a common sight of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the gun on third down. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap to Flacco. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That means their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 3 now. They're going to try and throw it here. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Wow, and he somehow finds the ball amid the blizzard here to make the fair catch.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Design quarterback run here. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott, and welcome back to the rest of you as the snow continuing to fall here ahead of our second half. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Raven offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. The tight end in motion now. Back-to-back carries here. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. they'll give it to him inside. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 16 yards.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Give now to the running back. And he's all the way across midfield down to inside that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he charges ahead, but Snow and defenders stop him. Looked like he picked up a couple. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. He's got it in the red zone. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
And the Baltimore first down. A gain of 15. First down, Baltimore.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Running back motions right. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
You go play action with Flacco. Makes the catch. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, Flacco. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. This from 28 yards away. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
Well, here we go. All squared up once again after the first drive of the 2nd half. Something tells me, though, Kate, these kickers, they better stay warm because more than likely their leg is going to play a big difference in this outcome.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, These are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Now we're on the counter. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Here's a throw. Throw left side, complete. All right, short of the marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Gonna keep this one and go. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
It's decision time for the offense after that one. If they're stopping you short on a 3rd down sneak, you better be very careful going for it again.
They'll bring out the punter here, and he'll try to hit this one well. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion left. Running it now out of the gun. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
We've set it downs from 37. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
That's pretty much textbook defense right there and how to stop a draw play. Guys near the line, keeping their eyes in the backfield, and then you collapsed all running lanes as soon as he got the ball.
2nd and 10, here he is to throw. He's got Smith, and he'll get it up to the 44.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll run it from the gun. And that run's held up just before he can get the last bit he needed. It's going to be 4th and short.
The 45-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. He signals for the fair catch and brings it in. The Steelers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. That's brought in by Miller. And he manages to reach that 25-yard line before he's driven out. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Lone back gets the handoff. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Another carry for him. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
QB sneak coming. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
We've set it down from 37. A give now from the gun. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he charges ahead, but Snow and defenders stop him. Looked like he picked up a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a give on the counter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
On now comes their punter. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. The Ravens and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well even with the workload they placed upon him. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And the Snow hampering their ground game here as he's slowed up just a yard on that run. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
They give it to him again. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. To the air on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Into the house he goes. It's a pick 6 and a Pittsburgh touchdown. Well, we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock, but how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right, getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Snowy weather, no problem for them on that point after. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Ravens 10.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Flacco off the play action. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Flacco again on 2nd and 10. Completed to his running back. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. So just a lone quarter remains in our Christmas Day game. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. First and 10 from the 43. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long for him here. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. The Steelers offense headed out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here.
Bringing money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich, bro, call me slow 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Jump off, caught by his back. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
Well, that was great timing. Great timing by the big fellas to get out in front of that screen. You could see it coming. Running back has the lineman in front of him to clear a little space. It was all about his athleticism after that.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. He's dropping back to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Drawing up the design keeper. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
How many times, Kate, do you hear me talk about trust? Trust, trust, trust. There's nothing more important at the quarterback position than gaining the trust of your coaching staff. That one right there, well, that's not a deposit. That's a withdrawal of trust when you take a negative play on a run like that.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Quickly into the hands of Evans. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he charges ahead, but Snow and defenders stop him. Look like he picked up a couple. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on 2nd down.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
The Steelers set to punt it. And this effort's going to give them an even half dozen tonight. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. Baltimore running its offense out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. New set of downs for them from the 31. Slot man's in motion right. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Man, it is so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing off the play fake. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Man in motion here. Here's a design run. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I can promise you, that's not what it looks like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
As we're into the fourth quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's a toss headed right. Well, this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. Pass play coming here. That's him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
3rd down. They need 7. They'll throw. 3rd and long. He's caught. He's got Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
They'll run here on 1st down. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
2nd down pass play coming. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. He's going to throw it. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 5 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got a man left. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Now the Ravens Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts.
And 9.
May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. Back to throw it. Setting up the running back screen. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Well, I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Punt team on the field. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. The Ravens headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First call here coming from the shotgun. Airing it out to start this drive. Dumps it off to his running back. Brings this across the 25. And he makes it all the way up to the 32-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Ravens.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning for them to use, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Keeps it on the option here. And they'll pitch it out to him. Tried to use that space outside, but found a defender instead. So no gain on first down. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Ravens losing by 7. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Back now, pressure coming. It is caught left side. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. When he's hit, he's going to go down behind the line here, Brock, and they're going to have to stay out there and go for this on 4th.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On first down, they'll run. And he charges ahead, but Snow and defenders stop him. Looked like he picked up a couple. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he can't escape, Rob. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. He's back to throw. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And they're very fortunate the turnover on downs and short field did not lead to points. They can thank their defense by putting a scoring drive together right now. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Marshall. And the Steelers make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right, you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Design quarterback run here. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And it might take these fans some time to get out of here with this wintry weather, Brock. Snow plows definitely needed out there on those roads. They can take all the extra time to celebrate in the stands with each other, waiting to leave as their guys get the winter win. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.